So let's edit our addition quiz here using the idea of an if statement. So right here, we've printed what if the user was correct. Let's actually make a correct answer. So I'm going to give a space for a correct answer here. And we're going to make the correct answer equal to number 1 plus number 2. And then, so what we're going to do is we're not going to do this Boolean in here. We're going to take this out, and we're just going to display the correct answer. But what we're going to do is we're going to tell the user if they were true or false, if they were correct. So tell the user if they were right. So we'll make an if, parentheses, user answer is equal to the correct answer. And we'll put my braces in here. System.out.println, you were correct. So here we're using the if statement to do our Boolean for us. And then we'll print the correct result. So here we're not printing anything wrong on the screen, which before we would say, hey, this is what you said and it was wrong. But now what we're going to do is we're going to print the correct answer to the screen. So what we did is we came in here and we added an if statement to check if the user was correct. And we had a place to just store the correct answer. And then we're always going to print the correct result. So let's come back and see if this runs. So 3 plus 9 is 12. And I put a Boolean for correct answer. See, made a mistake. And then come back and change my formatting. But that's okay. That's what debugging is. So that's correct answer is going to be a decimal. So let's try it again. So 0 plus 4 is 4. And I typed in a slash. Today is the day of typos. 9. And correct. I have an extra. There. Let me make this look right. So I'm going to have number 1 plus number 2 equals correct answer. I think that'll work. I left leftovers from changing my code. And I'm glad I make mistakes in front of you. When I'm teaching in class, we'll change code really quickly and see what happens. And these are some of the mistakes you make when you change code. And so let's go back and read this then. So I'm asking to see if the user was correct. And I'm going to say, yes, you're correct if I put it correct. And then I'm going to print the correct answer. And I have 1, 2, 3 things going in there. And they are all integers. So I need the %d, %d, %d. Right? This is where I was messing up my format. I didn't change it. So 5 plus 0 is 5. You were correct. It shows me the right answer. And if I were wrong, let's say 45, it just prints the correct answer. So in one way, if statement isn't being fully helpful for us here on how we're coding. But we've got to start now where we are separating our pieces, checking for the correct answers in a separate place, then displaying the correct answer. And we can start putting some other parts through. And I'm going to show what we can do is we can make an else statement. And this will run when it's false. And so I'm going to come out here and say, you did not answer correctly. And so what we have here is this joining else. If this is true, the system will do this, else it will do this. And so now we get two outputs. based off of if we're true or false. So let's try that. Make sure I didn't make any typos. So 5 plus 9 is 14. You were correct. 0 plus 2 is 28. I did not answer correctly. So with just some small changes, our program is now reacting to the user and making decisions on users. I'm sorry, my mouse, when it hits certain things on here, is pulling up the pop-ups in Eclipse. But so this is the flexibility of decisions. And we can make decisions to control the flow of our program. And so different things can now happen based on what our user is doing.